The summer is beginning, right? And listen here, better take your medicine, okay? It might be a hard pill to swallow for all the pessimists out here, who believe that sky is the limit. So somebody been window shopping. They've been window shopping for a lot. I'm talking about a lot. And they also been trying to gather their thoughts and attract positive, high vibrational energy, trying to be at peace with themselves, all right? Being patient. They can be sitting on a patio, all right? I'm seeing a peacock. A peacock has vibrant, vibrant colors and feathers, and peacocks also represent some great, beautiful, wonderful energy. All right. I'm also seeing that you're going to be a passenger today. You're going to be a passenger on Spirit's ride, okay? Somebody could be going to the optometrist too. And I'm also seeing somebody finishing up some renovations in their home. All right, somebody got some opinions about it. Somebody swear they can sing, and somebody else wearing a what's that? A a a waist trainer. Okay, listen. The opposition is optimistic about maintaining their innocence. But I'm also seeing somebody opening up a bottle of liquor, and when they open up this bottle of liquor, they opening up a little bit of truth, okay? Because they say a drunk person speaks the sober truth. Somebody is remembering something when they was a kid, okay? They could have been at the beach. They could have been at an amusement park, all right? I'm feeling like, their parents could have been, strapped for some money. I'm hearing something about, these renovations to the homes that also go back to like some childhood memories that they can recall when, um, some of their favorite commercials were coming on. But I'm also hearing this childhood memory while they at this amusement park. It was kind of like a treat, and the parents didn't really have money for it, okay? It's an addition, okay? An additional sign, something like an omen, all right? Once was enough. It's a opening sight, all right? What was it that you saw when you opened your eyes that you disliked? When you closed your eyes again, what were you imagining, all right? So listen here, you got to already live like you got the life that you want. You gotta already envision it. That's for somebody, all right? That is for somebody. I'm hearing too that this month is someone's child's cake day. All right, happy anniversary to you. I'm also hearing, that somebody is thinking so much about the self defeat that they are junking up their energy, all right? You already outlived the worst part, all right? It's just a little bump in the road, okay? So Spirit about to interject. It's going to be a sudden epiphany, something like an explosion in your mind, all right? Who, what, when, or why. How you should invest your time, all right? Folk want to interrogate you, want to, really want to, hurry up your intuition. And that's kind of like them murking up your intuition. They want to hurry it up, is what I'm hearing though. They want to hurry it up. They want to invest in you, and this is kind of like some old fashioned decorative intoxication. Now remember, I said something about opening up a bottle of liquor. Okay, pay attention to the spirits that people is bringing with them, because some bringing some injustice, some bringing some gratitude, some just trying to come inflate your head, because they feel out of step with whatever it is that they are trying not to sleep on. So you inspiring them a little bit, okay? Now this house is about to be the beginning of your thoughts, is what I'm hearing, okay? Some humorous ones, some sad ones, all right? But I feel like you're kind of like the humanitarian in your family. I'm also hearing when it comes to the majority rule, it's a lot of gossip. It's a lot of history about you know you looking backwards, and it's time for you just to look forward, because a lot of that shit that you looking back on is fictitious. It was fictional, and it was a lot of hocus pocus. All right, it's something that you need to be imagining, and that is your final plans to invade. Yes, I said invade. To invade a new territory in your mind, for one, okay? Some knowledge that you have yet to gain, spiritual knowledge, and some 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 parts of your wisdom that you need to dust off and tap back into, because it is the essence of it's the essence of how you're about to communicate with your spiritual team, okay? Yes, it is. Yes, yes, yes. Somebody is ratchet too, all right? I'm hearing you connecting a link, all right? You trying to harness something, all right? You can feel like you have a head cold, and you could also feel like you have a ingenious plan to manage your energy, okay? Artistically speaking, I'm hearing you have some qualities that are very strong, and just because, I'm hearing, somebody could have ghosted you, all right? That signaled some type of never seen before vulgarities when it comes to your thoughts, all right? So listen, it's gonna be some snapshots that pass through your thoughts today. It's gonna be some snapshots, and they're all symbolic. Okay, you have to explore every thought like they are your dreams of dreams. Okay, it's a belief that you have, and I'm hearing that it's very important for you to stick to those beliefs, because they have been right for you. Okay, you've been silent about a lot, and there's been some other folk who've been silent when it comes to their love for you, when it comes to, the disdain that they have for your high vibrations and your quality of life, okay? So present day, somebody been trying to rate you, all right? They've been educated about you, okay? Vividly, they are trying to process and transform an impulse that they had when they were once self-centered, okay? I'm seeing this drunkenness and this intoxication, with these strong liquors. And it's an antidote for somebody, but it's going to uninfluence them, all right? It's obvious that I'm hearing Ghetto Boys, the blind leading the blind. That, it's a lot of music that could be echoing in your mind too, all right? But when it comes to the blind leading the blind, that's a process of transformation, all right? Yes, a process of transformation. Somebody was trying to lead someone astray from you, and I feel like, they took a couple inches, and then they took a few miles, all right? But it was some consequences, and I'm hearing, the activity the activities rather that followed weren't delightful, okay? Somebody like a Britannica, like a dictionary, and I'm not playing with you when it comes to, their vocabulary and how they supply these conversations when it comes to the telephone, when it comes to them talking to you and communicating with you on the phone is gonna be awkward because y'all not gonna chop the same, okay? Because this person has had a carrot that was dangling in front of them and they kept trying to, grasp at it. And this person is normally a soldier, but they combined, you know, this intoxicating energy with this liquor, and somebody drew a chalk line and they didn't step over it. Okay, that was their boundary. No, you can't step over this line. Somebody been imitating somebody, and they tried to adapt to another person's energy, but they're not as interesting as them. 10:52 I'm seeing on the clock. When it comes to some distrust, and when it comes to how you're trying to um, be discreet and lick your own wounds, is what I'm hearing. It's time for you to put the pen to the pad in your diary again, in your journey, okay? Because it's no place like home. That is, yeah, it's no place like home. What's up with that home, huh? It's dipped in your heart, okay? It's an extended part of you. There's no place like home. I'm hearing something about Wizard of Oz now, okay? I don't know, childhood days. Maybe your parents could have been in debt and they had to give up the home or something like that. But that was nature's way, spirit's way, and the universe's way of suddenly unchaining you for a type of life that would have had you worse off. And I feel like now what the G's is saying that it's going to be a personal fallout because somebody feel like you're obligated to set up renovations in a home that's has a little bit of unpleasant energy and some some very toxic behavior up under this roof. And the memories, okay, some good, some bad, but you trying to break free. It's time for you to select the time when that will take effect, okay? You gotta be well grounded, is what the G's is saying, all right? Well grounded. And when it comes to you grounding yourself, I'm hearing, it's somebody that you have in mind that you want to connect with that's going to help you to do so. All right. So, competitive energies, especially when it comes to somebody who is sweet on you, but they're a little bit seductive and they're deceptive, and the karma that they're trying to talk and chat with you is all business. It's not loving. All right. So you've made some achievements with this person or this group of people. Take it how it resonates. I'm seeing Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy though. Okay, and I'm also seeing something that's very unexpected. All right. What's up with the Roku TV? All right. What's up with the Roku TV? I'm hearing something too when it comes to like a bid, okay? Somebody could be bidding for a house, all right? Or the house could be up for foreclosure, something like that, okay? It's a new beginning, but you need to be happy about some things, okay? And happiness comes from within, happiness comes from your creator too, especially when it comes to you being in deep thought, meditation, and prayer is something that other people aren't smart enough to start on their own, and they're trying to make you like the chief financial officer, okay? It's a narrative to this story though, all right? I'm seeing some oranges, and I'm seeing a teacher, and I'm seeing somebody trying to use you as a scapegoat, all right? For real. I'm also seeing a wagon that can be significant. A wagon, not one of the children's wagon, but an old school wagon like Chevy Chase was driving in those movies that I can't think of right now. The sun's shining on you. Even if you feeling like, you know, it's some it's some dry conversation, it's some dry energy, you know, your emotions are running high is what I'm hearing, and you trying to bottle them up, but you also trying to flush it out with some alcohol, turning on the radio, trying to drown somebody out. Somebody go to sleep playing the radio, all right? So look, I don't know. Somebody is they think they're a mixer. I'm hearing go cut creator go, but when I yeah, they think they a DJ, and they think that they can mix some drinks. All right. So I'm gonna wrap this up real quick because that was a whole download. But you feel betrayed by somebody, and it's time for you to show them your backside. You hear me? It's time for you to show them your backside. This is the opportunity for you to be unafraid, for you to give them a piece of your mind, but not in an unsophisticated way, okay? So when it comes to the upheaval, and it's kind of like universal laws, for real. It's kind of like universal laws, and the universe unfolds as it should. I am also seeing that now you should be ready for the countdown, okay? So it was some tornadoes that touched down in Ohio, Northeast Ohio, yesterday. But somebody can be a tourist um, in a state where they have never been. All right, I'm hearing something about frogs and princes and and yeah, but somebody a told today. Somebody gonna get told. Somebody gonna get told. Their car gonna get towed. Somebody like a toad. The little animal resembling a frog, and somebody has a venomous cat's paw. A cat scratched somebody's ass. Somebody about to scratch somebody's ass. And when I say that, it's kind of like a marvelous invention that somebody is about to really get up under somebody's skin, okay? Because it's like, even though the conversation is dry, it's a wet place. And that wet place is like these emotions are overcoming somebody, and the truth about to slip out, all right? The truth about to slip out, and it won't be by accident, okay? No. So it's like somebody been censoring themselves, okay? It's a sum of money that somebody wants another to pay, all right? But they're unsupported, in their activities of daily life. They are unsupported, is what the G's is saying. Unsupported. So look, they want you to conform, okay? But it's a new beginning that you envisioning for yourself. A new beginning where happiness and success is all that you know. Yeah, it's some talk of business, but is it bringing you any harmony to your soul? Is what the G's is saying. Somebody is angry because there's been some wisdom that's been imparted, okay? That's because you had to search the recesses of your mind, and that part of your mind, that part of the truth has been illuminated, all right? Normally you will come off, kind of rude while you drinking is what I'm hearing, but it's kind of like you're going to be sympathizing with somebody, and they in suspense because they very suspicious as well, okay? You could be known as they Superman or they Supergirl, and they trying to convince you to stay on this road, all right? But it's like you don't want to be that Casanova no more, male or female, all right? It's materialistic. A materialistic connection is what the G's is saying. And I'm hearing when it comes to the greatest acts of displayed affection in public, that someone has been an actor or an actress and they feel it now that this person that they really didn't hold dear to their heart, they was trying to struggle with something else is what I'm hearing. They feel like they the lowest common denominator. Okay? They said that they was a sham, a trick no good, a cheat. And they felt like a fool because somebody committed some fraud too. And that's gonna be a conversation that's gonna come up. Alright? Somebody shabby as hell, goddamn it. And somebody think that they are silver and gold and they tarnished. They are made up. They fake. It's something that's built in too, okay? Something that's built in, something that's not homegrown. Somebody's a sex symbol, and I'm hearing, I'm a pimp in my own mind by Ray Cash, alright? Somebody felt like they had sex appeal and that's how they was expressing some sort of charm or something. Somebody about to have to admit to, not having passion for this man or this woman, okay? I'm also hearing when it comes to a romance, something like Romeo and Juliet, where at the end, the ending changes. They not committing no goddamn suicide, alright? Who a fugitive? Somebody a fugitive too. They just threw that in. I'm seeing something about a stalker, and I'm seeing somebody who could be divorced, or someone who already, oh, that's been illuminated that somebody about to leave them, okay, and they going backwards, all right? It's been a warning, and somebody was being coached, all right, because they had the inability to even entertain any high vibrational energy or to research on their own. They was, taking what somebody else said for face value, okay? Somebody is always resorting to some sexual pleasure, and that's just ain't gonna get it. So I'm hearing, in retrospect, somebody's eyes is not on a rear view mirror. They looking straight ahead. They not looking in the side mirrors or nothing. Oh, that just made me think about some stuff there personally myself. However, when it comes to this wisdom and when it comes to success and these new beginnings and conforming in these friendships, somebody about to be in a new spot because they restless. All right, they restless as I don't know what. And again, work your mojo for the greater good for you, okay? For the greater good for you, not to fuck nobody's life up to be damned, but the law of attraction is you already knowing that these miracles have taken place, so you're being divinely guided to shift your focus, okay? There is about to be an ending, but the G's want you to know about this disorder and chaos that's going to follow, okay? Because whatever this project is, somebody had these illusions that you desired them, and you could have been a little dishonest with them as well. Generous with some money, but not with some money issues. So these renovations not going to get up off the ground. I'm also hearing, that as the storm passed, somebody went into hermit mode and now they got something to say about these endings and about the trust, okay, the trust factors and what they're trying to perfect in their world and how they want to include you. All right. There has been some unreliable negative energy, and your ancestors are saying, stop it. Take stock in your circle, how you have conformed, those who have tagged along on your journey. Some of them about to be cut off. All right. That player energy is being deaded and shedded because it then brought somebody some bad luck, some stress, and some health issues and shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of small changes that somebody done made along their journey, and they still, had some roadblocks, and that was because of the advice that they was taking from motherfuckers spreading gossip and shit, creating these obstacles, okay? Somebody, straddles the fence when it comes to, genders, when it comes to romance. You get what I'm saying? And somebody been cheating. It was all a game when it comes to love, okay? Because somebody has never been loved properly. You need to know that somebody's going to want your forgiveness too, okay? Take these messages how they resonate. I'm seeing this fire energy, and I'm also seeing a promotion. I'm seeing a Libra, a Gemini, and an Aquarius who is about to have some misfortune, all right? And I'm also seeing these low vibrational, imbalanced ass motherfuckers who now want to trust you, okay? Because your dreams coming true. They are peons. You hear me? And I don't know who this peon is who done broke some promises that's about to have some bad luck. Somebody admiring you, alright? But I'm hearing you gotta discern this energy today. Don't overthink nothing. Make sure that you letting shit fall up off of you like water when it comes to your interactions with these unevenly yoked energies, because they are being removed as well. There are going to be memories of the past, but it's something that's about to come to pass, okay? Keep your thoughts positive. I'm grinning from ear to ear, all right? Ear to ear. Beware of the deceitful ass bullshit and blind. Don't be blinded, okay? Because it's a lot that's been illuminated, and it kind of, like worried you, and people was profiting up off of your low vibrational energy, okay? These third parties, with these sexual demons have been trying to stifle your intuition, but it's about to be a speedy end, and that's going to be okay, because Spirit's next move is about to boss you up in your finances. You're about to boss up in your energy, and you ain't gonna be no more going backwards. Okay? Ain't gonna be no more going backwards, because you already know when you step up out of line with spirit and up off of your spiritual path, your destined path, is always a change in your money. Okay? Yeah, let's get it.